Wait. So our today's first topic, the struggle to survive. And here we call it subsistence crisis. So first of all, I'm going to share the screen, then we shall continue the discussion. Okay. So subsistence riots or subsistence crisis, that means an extreme situation where the basic needs of livelihood are endangered. Difficult to get the basic needs of livelihood. Just a simple basic needs like food, water, clothes. So such a situation, such a subsistence crisis in France. So let's see the reason. First reason, the population of France rose about 23 million in 1715 to 28 million in 1789. In few decades, that increased about 5 million. Yes, population increased, but at the same time, agricultural production remained the same, and even in certain situations decreased. So this population growth led to a rapid increase in the demand of food grain. People demanded the food grain. It was like a question to feed them, feed the growing population that became the difficult for the France. And production of grains could not keep pace with the demand. Demand increased because of increase in the population, as well as at the same time production that remained the same. Production couldn't go hand in hand with the demand. So the price of bread, why bread here? Because bread as the staple diet of majority of people in France as well as rest of Europe. Like here we have basic or we call it major diet, essential staple diet here like wheat and rice. So for the people of France, bread as staple diet. So one more problem about the unemployment in France. Most workers were employed as laborers in workshop whose owner fixed their wages. And those people who were employed, their wages were fixed. They work for the businessmen or industrialists. They kept their wages fixed. Wages did not keep pace with the high prices. And at the same time, their wages did not increase as the prices of bread increase. So the gap between poor and rich became widened. Things became worse whenever drought or hail reduced the harvest in such a climatic condition or bad harvest situation due to some other factors. So such a kind of time led the bad situation even worse in the France. So this led the subsistence crisis in the France, something that occurred frequently in France during the old regime. As I explained to you before, old regime means the period before the French Revolution. Period before the French Revolution, that is known as old regime. So such situation became frequent in the old regime. Now let's see the next one. Here you can see next slide, next picture, long queues for bread. Just a glimpse of subsistence crisis. Painting showing. Here you can see that the shop selling rats and cats because difficult to get food. Now let's sorry because of poor network condition that disconnected the meeting. Okay, so let's continue here. Okay, a growing of middle class. Let's talk about the middle class. In the past, Peasants and workers had participated in revolts against increasing taxes and food scarcity. Before also they got problem about that high prices to fulfill the needs, financial needs of the state many a times before they increase the taxes, as well as problem about the food scarcity. So people get revolted against this, but they lack the means and the programs to carry out full-scale measures that would bring out a change in social and economical order. But earlier revolts were like unplanned, without proper programs. So fail to bring social and economical changes in the France. This was left to those groups within the third estate who had become prosperous and had access to education and the new ideas. Growing middle class, educated and prosperous. The 18th century witnessed the emergence of social groups termed the middle class. As we have seen before, French society was divided into three estates. Yes, there were three estates, three classes, but not class exists named the middle class. That middle class that which we know today. There was no middle class, only those rich people and the commoners. Rich and commoners, two classes only. I am talking about classes on the basis of the economical background, rich and poor. Yes, in rich like clergy and nobility. In poor, the third estate. If we talk about the French society in the early 18th century, more. So the 18th century witnessed the emergence of social groups termed as middle class, who earned their wealth through an expanding overseas trade and from the manufacture of goods such as woolen and silk textile that were either exported or bought by the richer member of the society. In addition to merchants and manufacturers, the third estate included professionals. Like we have seen, third estate, three categories. So in the first category of third estate, businessmen, manufacturers like industrialists, as well as professionals such as lawyers, administrative officials, teachers, etc. More, all of these were educated and believed that no group in society should be privileged by birth, because first and second estate they enjoyed the privileges, high privileges in the society, that also by birth. So those middle class people, mainly this rich and educated, were against it. So rather a person's social position must depend on their merit. These ideas advancing the society based on freedom and equal rights. So they believe that instead of rights by birth, people should get their rights by their talents, by their merits. So it was the demand of the people of third estate. These ideas advising the society based on freedom and equal laws and opportunities for all were put forward by philosophers such as Don Locke and Rousseau in his two treatises of government. Locke sought to refute the doctrine of divine and absolute right of the monarch. Those philosophers like John Locke and the Rousseau and Montesquieu, they also, please turn off your mic. They also just spread the ideas. Please turn off your mic, of equality and freedom. Rousseau carried the forward, proposing the form of government based on social contract between the people. He proposed a social contract between the people and their representatives. The spirit of the laws, Montesquieu. So here the name of their books, Locke's The True Treaty of the Governments, Rousseau's social contract between the people, and the Montesquieu, the spirit of the law. So he proposed a division of powers within the government between the legislative, executive, and judiciary. So today the system we follow, we know that government, organs of the government, legislature, executive, and judiciary, that system introduced by the Montesquieu in the spirit of law. This model of government was put into force in the USA first. After the 13 colonies declared their independence from the Britain, like we had discussed about it before, that France helped the USA's colonies of USA to gain independence from the British rule. So first it was that introduced by US, 13 colonies in USA. After the 13 colonies declared their independence from Britain, the American Constitution and its guarantees of individual rights was an important example for political thinkers in France. They got inspired from the US's event. So this is how the ideas of philosopher influence on the French society. So the ideas of philosophers were discussed intensively in salons and in coffee house, like cafes, and spread among through books and the newspaper. So basically coffee house became like place to discuss about such issues and such ideas, issues of the countries and ideas of those thinkers. And that is why French Revolution is also known as the Coffee Revolution. More, these were frequently ideas of those thinkers, frequently read aloud in group for the benefit of those who could not read and write, unlike the present time that most of the people read and write. Right? If we talk about the European society, that fully literacy. So that time, you know that the illiteracy was high. So for people, those who could not read and write, for them, those educated people read out aloud. The news that Louis XVI planned to impose further taxes to be able to meet the expenses of the government generated angers and protests against the system of privileges. So this is news or spread that we have seen that state expenses were higher. So to fulfill the expenses, Louis XVI wanted to increase the taxes. So such news spread and which generated anger among those people. So about next, the outbreak of the French Revolution that I put about the tennis court.